DJ Wolf Live. I gotta talk about this right quick. Now, recently I've made a couple of purchases on some equipment that are game changers for me right now, and I'm saying that because it's part of a bigger picture for me. Music has played an indelible role in my life since the age of 8. Really before that. Really, I would say about well, that's when I got my first musical equipment. My first musical equipment was a guitar. But really before that, you know, I grew up in the era where music, as well as media, changed people's perception of our culture. I'm talking about African Americans. It changed the perception of us through music, through song, through our words. It amplified the sound of our quest to fight to fight against inequality and fight for justice. That was the era of change when I was born. That era, the 1960s, and music had played an indelible role in my upbringing. My folks listened to all kind of music, and it did influence me to want to become a musician early on. So had experiences playing music before. I played in the band when I was in high school, like one of those garage bands. I did do that. But my friends later on took it and kept rolling with it, and I kind of fell off with it. I did play in a high school band when I was a sophomore, and I did play guitar on my own at some point. I sang in choirs when I was a kid. I sang in 3 choirs as an adult now. So I've always been involved with music, always. You know, I did talent shows. I've DJ'd at several places over the years. I DJ'd 3 events this year, matter of fact. So this music has always been me. It's always been me. And that's what the importance of it is about. It brings joy to people's lives. It reflects to you on pain. It reflects to you on so many things you're going through, no matter what it is, you know. And that's why it's important. It keeps us motivated, but it keeps you in tune to what life's about. And it doesn't matter if it's a dance record, a slow record, a jazz record, a country record, a funk record, an R&B record, a soul record. It don't matter. The genres play a role in your mood, your ethnicity, and your substance of who you are. You know. But recently, I was a long time a user of Serato. I hadn't used Serato in a few years. It's been a while. Then they came out with something called the Slab. Um, the last Serato software I did use was Serato Studio. I had downloaded the free version. I didn't do a whole lot with it too much. I thought it was very cool. I'm not going to front. But after a while, I got out of it and ended up doing some other stuff. I started using other software, like Virtual DJ. I had a colleague of mine said that he was really into Serato, and I was. And then I used the engine software for my other controllers that specifically requires you to use that. But anyway, let me get off of that right quick. To make a long story short, they came up with something called Slab, and it surprised the hell out of content creators everywhere. It shocked a lot of people. Because I think a lot of people didn't know about the Serato. They didn't know about Serato Slab. You know, I heard a rumor about it a few years ago that they were eventually looking at coming out with their own product. I remember hearing that. And now they finally coming out with one. Well, they came out with one about 3.5 weeks ago. Where's my stuff? My crib stuff blew down again. Where the hell where that drill coming from? Anyway, I I went ahead and got one about just over a week ago. Matter of fact, it was last week. Just got it last week. And let me tell you, this month is a game changer, folks. It's an absolute game changer. I sat there for 7 hours last night, from 7 o'clock to 2:30, almost 2:30, what 2 o'clock this morning, making beats. I said 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 7 hours. That's all I did. I've never spent 7 hours doing music before in my life. And I'm making about a dozen tracks. I haven't put them all out there on YouTube yet. I put two of them out there on my DJ Wolf's Music Box channel. So if you want to check them out, go to my DJ Wolf's Music Box channel and check out my the two beats I'm talking about for Surround Slab. They're fire. And I got more coming. It amazed me because you could do live performances on it, just like you can any other controller, but you don't have a whole lot of parameters to deal with. You know, that's kind of the beauty of Serato. Serato actually allows you to do things with a little bit more intuitive than you can with the other controllers. I've even heard guys, there's no joke, I've heard guys already talking about, man, I'm going to have to go ahead and resell my Live 3. I'm sure some people are happy about that. I had considered it, but I got to get rid of the other two controllers before I can even get to that point. You know, so, and I've been working on this joke, and no joke. I got it last Tuesday. I got it last Tuesday night. Thank God it did. I'm glad that I got it after I got home. But that's another story. But anyway, I got it last week, and I've been working on that Joker almost every day since I had it. Although I didn't start to really, to be honest, I didn't start on it till really about Saturday or Sunday night. And I've been working on it for the last 3 nights straight. I can't stop. But if you are working on that Joker for 7 hours, it's got to be pretty good. I don't even do 3 hours on a MPC. I don't think I've ever done more than 3 hours on MPC. Well, when I had MPC Studio, I did. I take that back. yes, I did. You know, that's because I was trying to figure it out. But this Joker right here, out the box, had a beat done in 5 minutes. As soon as I took it out of the box. I've never done that with any MPC. Ever. I've never, ever took an MPC that I ever bought and did a beat in 5 minutes. Never. Never in the history of me ever doing any beats on my MPC did that ever take me 5 minutes to do any track. Even now. And I've been working on MPC stuff for over 10 years. Yeah, real talk. But I do like the simplicity of the Sorrel Slab. I'm considering getting the suite, but I don't have to get the suite because Sorrel Studio is a product that automatically comes with your slab. Now, you do have to watch one thing. If you do the firmware, make sure you do it in the proper steps first. When you update it, run the update first. When you set up your slab. I got an error, especially on the MacBook Pro. I kept getting an error saying that it wasn't running. And I think because after I plugged it in, I caught myself trying to run it with it on. So I I logged out of Surreal Studio and tried to run the update, and it still wouldn't update. So I had to do was unplug the slab and then plug it back in, run the update again, and it finally took. So if you have problems with it, that's why I would suggest. But otherwise, it's a great controller. I love it. The simplicity is easy. They have a ton of uh, beats that you can use, sound packs. They got tons of sound packs in there. And then they let you download free sound packs along with that. Yeah, which I've already done. It's crazy. So let me know what you think about the Sorrel Studio and the Sorrel Slab. Go to my other channel, DJ Wolf's Music Box. I do plan on putting a lot more content on there, not only with that, but with the NPCs as well. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I got last minute shopping to do at some point. Just kidding. I didn't did all my stuff. I ain't doing no more shopping. I do have to do some other things though, but because even though I like doing music, life also happens along with that. So, and for that note,